yeah.
I like how Ed's going to answer this question legitimately.
Wait, there's drama associated with the team?
Oh, yeah.
Welcome to Arizona Coyote Chat. All right, fuck this. All right, guys. All right, guys, welcome to the episode of the Hoppy Craftsmen. I'm Chris.
Me? Jeff.
I'm back.
Whoa.
Who's that guy?
Joined by Ed. Barley Legible.
Yeah, this is what,
I wanted
depending on when this comes out, first or second time, it's Barley Legible.
I wanted to say barely.
Yeah, everybody does. Not typo.
Well, thanks for coming back, buddy. It's always nice to have you.
When I Google searched it, it tried to correct it for me all the time.
And you just got another dog, by the way, that you also named Barely.
Yes.
Barley.
Barely a pup.
So, anyway, welcome back, buddy. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for telling me where you live.
No problem. Just, don't come back at weird times of the day.
Make sure you lock this garage because I'm looking at a lot of sweet beer in this refrigerator.
Don't forget my original 1980s DuckTales lunchbox with the thermos in there. Yeah.
Which is funny because when we were brewing, I was talking about how I wanted to jump into that Shanika, like like Scrooge McDuck and that cash, and I look
big
up and I
pool of
see the
money.
DuckTales lunchbox, and I'm like, "Ma."
So yeah, we're back here in my garage, surrounded by my brewing equipment and my sweet refrigerators, to which I have 3. So it's surprisingly quiet in here, Ed. Actually.
Deep,
Yeah, it's crazy.
deep in the bowels of Hop Theories Brewery.
Oh yes, that's right. That's what I gave my brewery a silly little name to keep my. It's like I said,
Whoa.
I like to call myself my head brewer in my garage.
Just like you like to claim that you
Yeah.
named my son.
I came up with that name.
I named this brewery.
It was a good idea because we're always having many theories and they're typically hop related. So
very
it's
true.
good.
Where's the American flag?
We don't need one of those.
Yes, you do. You're producing.
I have
in
a couple
America.
of John Rowley stickers though, and those are my American flags.
Don't ask because Nate will show you his underwear.
Yeah, I wear American flags.
It's covering his basement window.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, we're drinking something right now. We're actually drinking 2 things, but one of them is the newest release from Pueblo Vida, Momentum. Sweet Cam,
God damn, their
Can.
cans are amazing.
Saywell's design.
Cool dude.
Saywell's design.
Guy's killing it. I mean, that little PV logo all gold there in the middle.
Hi, Ryan. Hi, Ryan.
It's
Hi,
really
hi, Lynette.
sweet. It's a nice, sweet little detail. So in the can, or excuse me, in the this is a pale ale from them with Nelson Citra and Ella hops, and it's super good. And the smell is incredible. Smell that?
So that's an official term,
don't. You
right?
can't.
Now,
Smell that?
What's that?
super good.
Super good?
I hear everybody say. Just
Well, then I'm gonna
podcast.
stop saying it.
Yeah, you should.
This is cloudy, by the way. This is basically just a nice
This is very
hazy
okay.
IPA.
Is that better?
But this is super
Good.
not
Tasty.
bad.
It's funny. So
Scrumdiddlyumptious.
Does that make it a New England pale ale?
Nebraska.
It's a NEPA.
so kind of before we started recording, Nate poured us some of the pale ale that you and Jeff made, right?
Yes.
And so,
It quickly got panned.
well, here's the thing: is it's funny. This actually tastes really close to that to me.
I know.
It really does. It's really odd. Like this, little more thicker in the mouthfeel maybe than
Yeah.
yours does, but it's really really close.
Yeah, it does taste a lot like that. And it, I don't mean, Ed said it tastes like hay, but
Tastes like this.
that's
Just
okay. It didn't hurt my feelings.
Just-
Hay is
with
a
alcohol.
legitimate beer flavor. All right.
No, it does. I mean, the Shiniko rather, it's it imparted some nice flavors. They're bready, kind of like this, and the hops. So the hop profile in this Pueblo Vida beer though is pretty insane, and I'm sure it's what puts it way over the top.
I'm convinced we need to focus on oxygenation in those conicals. I'm convinced.
I'm convinced you're right.
Oh
my God, it smells so good.
Because my fermentations have been off the hook lately, and then I got that Spike Brewing conical, and I thought I was splashing enough in there, but yeah, I expected that fermentation to take off. I double pitched. I used a shit ton of yeast nutrient,
Yeah.
and that thing barely took off.
We'll probably be using a Stone moving forward, and all starters all the time. And here at my house,
Hop Theories Brewing.
Hop Theories will be all starters all the time.
Right. So We want to go more into homebrew. So
Yeah.
you brewed that one, right? This is the one that you guys brewed together.
Yeah,
I was not here.
Yep, I was brewing. I said, Jeff, get over here. He left promptly when it was time to clean. I'm just joking.
As I would have too.
Yeah, it was
Not his
it
brewery.
was a good time. It was a good time. No, it was
Just like Nate did when we brewed our beer. My first batch of my grandfather.
Because you know what? You know what you realize? Brewing is a one-person job. I mean, cleaning is a one-person job, especially in these brew setups that are so small and personal. It's like, yeah, what are you going to do? Get in there and dig out the grain with me? No, it's all right.
Now sit and drink a beer and watch you do it.
Exactly. He didn't even do that, though.
It's like, ooh, look at that time.
No, it was really fun. The yeast totally failed. And it was obvious that it was never going to get going very hard. I had a bad situation with some sanitizer. Probably at least one cup got in, and that really bummed me out. And basically ever since then, I've never been able to get over the mental block that there's sanitizer in there giving me some sort of off flavor.
Is that one that we just drank and had the sanitizer?
Yes, it is.
Oh my God. That's what that flavor was. It wasn't Hey Ed. It was sanitizer.
It was Star Sand. Honestly,
No big deal. You act like it's fucking acid or something. Oh, wait.
Oh no.
You can drink Star Sand. It's not that one shit. Honestly, though, it was not that much, but I can't get over the fact that it's in there. And that's why I didn't repitch it. That's why I didn't try and salvage it. I was just like moving on. I missed my FG. I missed my OG on it, frankly. So
I missed your OG too.
I bet the water came out of the bottom of that water heater right there too.
It did. I pulled it right out of there. Actually, it came from Water and Ice.
Wait, is it water and nice or water and ice?
Water and ice. So yeah, the Shiniko was really, really good. It was smelled.
Dude, the mash smelled unbelievable.
And it said to give you notes of cookie dough and stuff. And I'll be honest, I mean, when you're sitting there, you're like, yeah, that's cookie dough. You know, you're like, But it was really fun to work with, and it'll be fun to do again. But yeah, I have to get ready for the National Homebrew competition from the American Homebrew Society or whatever the name of it is.
I think you should start by figuring out what the hell you're going to.
The
big
AHA.
one. Yep, American Homebrew Association. That's it. Thank you. So yeah, due in late March, I have to send off my first competition beer to San Diego. And I'll be honest, I didn't expect to get picked.
I mean, and that's one of all the places.
I didn't expect to get picked because I was like, because they, when you're signing up for one of those competitions from the AHA, they always say pick multiple sending locations for your beer, because you won't get picked if you just pick the closest one, or your options go way low. So I was like, I'll pick San Diego in one, and then I'm like, that won't get picked, and if I do, me and Chris will figure it out, or me and Jim will figure it out. So of course, sure enough, I got picked, and I had to pay my entry fee, and now I have a beer due. And if I did not enter and pay my fee within 72 hours of being picked, they wouldn't have allowed me to enter next year's homebrew competition, and it would have affected me moving forward in my AHA homebrewing career. So I was like, well, at the very least, they can have the $14 for the entry, whether they get a beer to taste or not.
There you go.
Needs to be seen.
Yeah, right.
14 whole
Oh,
dollars.
they'll get some beer.
I was like, how much is this gonna be? And I was like, oh, $14. Yeah, you can have that.
I mean, is there laws against us relabeling bottles of, like, I don't know, Guinness Blonde Stout?
That must happen.
Maybe just send it to them, see what happens.
People must do that.
I mean,
But you know what? You have to get weeded out in the second time around. I don't know. People are, I'm sure there's tasters way better than me. They're like, that's Guinness. Who knows? We need to talk to one of those people, though.
we do need to talk to those
If you're
people.
listening and you do that shit, let's talk.
I'm in.
Boom.
So what are we going to brew? There's a bunch of categories you could choose from, right? A lot of IPAs.
Excuse me. Yeah. So for that
Stouts.
competition, it was we obviously, being the Hoppy Craftsmen, really could only choose from 3 different categories.
True story.
Which was the American IPA, the specialty
IPAs.
Yeah,
specialty
it's special.
IPA. Yeah, the special
Oh,
guys.
it's special.
Special category.
The specialty IPA and double IPA. And with all the New England stuff, and basically specialty is all encompassing for all the shit that shouldn't be in an IPA.
The catch-all. Yeah.
Yeah. And it
rocks.
shouldn't be in
Rocks should not
bunny
be in
ears there, because that's really subjective and up to opinion.
Which now I have to change my answer to the rapid round, because now people are using hot rocks to brew beer.
That's okay, though. That's all right. I'm all right with that.
Yeah.
It's technically not in the beer still. I'm not, like, shaking the can and there's rocks in there. But
That's what
what
I
do
meant.
we want to do, Ed? What do we want?
Yeah. It's all right. So yeah, we went with specialty IPA because I figure we'll do something with London Ale 3. and that will ruin it for any other category. So
I wonder if so this episode's going to come out after we actually brew our beer with the shop. So
is it? Yeah.
Yes, it will. So maybe we should bottle some of that and just send that to them. We technically brewed it, right?
That's true.
I mean, there's a rule
Although
against...
I listed myself as the head brewer, and I did not list a co-brewer on that. I suppose I should have.
You should probably list one of us on
What was
it.
I going to write? Chris and Jeff? you're
Chris Jeff.
Yeah, Chris Jeff.
That's his name.
I'm trying to... Jis.
Jeffrey Christopher.
No, I don't like any of that. Let's not go down that road.
Jistifer. Jeffstifer. Anyway.
That one's all right.
Yep. We're derailing again.
That's how it works.
Yeah. So looking forward to that. We need to sit down and work on some stuff, figure out what we're gonna do. And honestly, the only sad part was I basically had to describe what it was. You know what I mean? So it's basically fucking set.
I like how you describe a beer you'd never brewed.
Yep.
But you had like 7 hours to figure out what
Because
you're
per
doing.
them, that you probably should have done this before. But they haven't met me.
Yep.
And I want professional tasting notes on something that I slapped together last minute.
Here's the best part of all this is that if anybody else in this room would have done that, there's no way we wouldn't get chosen for anything. You, on the other hand, win for some odd reason.
I'd
The
love to win.
craziest shit.
I'd love to win. Yeah, except this was all I did this time was win myself an extra way to be stressed out.
Yeah,
So-
but we wouldn't even got that part.
Oh, there you go.
So, it's crazy.
Anyway, so
Back to this beer, by the way.
Momentum
Yeah,
from Pueblo Vida. Dude, this beer is nuts.
it's really
It
good.
really is. It's a pale ale. It's a light IPA. I mean, honestly, but
It's a pale ale for sure.
oh my
But
gosh.
more what a pale ale should be, kind of, right? More in that realm.
Yeah, I suppose. I only keep calling it an IPA because it's like, I don't know. I mean, it is. It's just super hazy. It's super hoppy, very hop forward, as all Pueblo Vida is.
Only 5.5% too.
Session.
Our
Yes.
session.
By the way, my last beer came out when the yeast died, and it came out to about 2.7 ABV.
Table beer, then.
Yeah, table beer.
Nice.
Definitely, it's I should have brought it over Wandering for their beer pong competition.
Would have loved it.
Table,
We would have
whatever.
crushed that beer there.
Been perfect. So
Can I miss that we missed?
next time, I'll sponsor it.
You and Sam going together.
I'm pretty sure I'd have to sign some sort of distribution contract so they could even get my beer because of the way laws are. So that's not going to happen.
It's probably true.
So anyway,
What's next on the list of beers for us to drink tonight?
we have a nice little lineup of beers. We have 3 goodies sent to us from SD Beer Talk. We have more than 3 that they sent us, but we're going to knock out 3 tonight. And keeping in the last time we did a home episode, we did a John Rowley bottle, and we're going to do another John Rowley Farmhouse Ales bottle tonight because we love John Rowley.
Are you guys just constantly talking to him to move over here? Because he always seems to be here.
We're constantly talking about him. But yeah, I'm trying to get him to move in here. There is a cot and everything, but he has a pretty nice setup in Santa Fe. So
He's like, "Where's Waldo?" on my Instagram. He's like, "Oh, look, he's in Tombstone. He's
all
at
California.
Ren House. He's
I know.
at Strong Beer Festival."
I was super sad that I missed him at Strong Beer Fest because I love that dude.
Yeah, he showed up like literally right after you did.
I was gonna give him a big old fat hug.
Well, it was like your guys' podcast because I sat there and talked to Rowley and Weedy for probably half an hour.
Yeah, no, killer dudes. So yeah, we're gonna drink a John Rowley. We're gonna drink a Rowley Farmhouse Ales bottle, undetermined yet what it's gonna be, and that's it. That's where it's starting. But we've got a big fridge of beer, so who knows what'll happen.
So I feel special because I've been to Rowley
Have you?
in Santa Fe.
Ooh.
Yeah, but
Before it was Hoppy Craftsmen cool.
Yeah, but when we go, it's gonna be VIP experience.
There's no such thing
Palooza.
as VIP in New Mexico.
I mean,
Bullshit. It is when the Farmhouse Ales brewery there, pulling nails, tasting beers. John's gonna take care of us, I'm sure of it.
eating some food. I mean, but VIP wise, you've been there, but did you have a brewer from this state go there, pick up your bottles that the proxy was actually the brewer, John Rowley himself?
No, I didn't.
And then this is Chris is describing a story because John Rowley is like we've said 1,000 times, he's ridiculously nice. And I saw his society was selling some bottles, and I was like, "Hey, John, is it all right if I buy a couple of those?" And I'm not even in his society, and he was nice enough to let me. But yeah, we had Noel from 12 West going out there to do that collab with him just recently in that cool ship with all those oranges and stuff. And Noel brought back my bottles for me because I wasn't going to be able to make it out there.
So John was his proxy and Noel was his mule.
And then I went
mule.
I went and go met Noel at fucking the brewery the other night for their little nerd fest, and I was going to pick up my bottles. He forgot them. So he dragged me down there. I drank a bunch of beer with him, and then he told me he forgot him like an hour and a half after I was there.
Oh, man,
That almost sounds like karma.
Yeah, it was rude.
12
Oh, I know.
so far from here.
It's principle, Ed.
All right, guys. Well, some empty glasses ish. So let's take a small break and get some more beers, and then we'll come back.
Perfect. I purposely gave Ed the one I probably care about least, I'll be honest.
Then you maybe should not have given it to me.
That's a pretty thick stem on that glass.
I like
This is my favorite.
Yeah, I like that one.
This is my fave.
What is that one?
Battery steel. I'll get you one of these. I'm going back and we can grab you one. All right, guys, we're back. We're back here in my garage. We're back here with another beer from Rowley Farmhouse Ales. Jeff, what are we drinking?
That's when you need a sound effect. Crowd cheer or something.
Exclusive.
Actually, yeah. Jeff,
Hey, I have one of those buttons.
Jeff, why don't you tell us what we're drinking here, buddy? Give us some tasting notes.
I'm gonna butcher this. Hey Ed, you want to pronounce this properly for us?
It says happy birthday.
We're talking about being
It says
racist.
happy birthday, Jeff.
We're going to edit that out now.
It says happy birthday in Spanish.
And it's like Ed said, it smells like jelly, man. I mean,
Is it-
besides the fact that it looks like jelly.
Is it Feliz Cumpleaños?
Feliz cumpleaños.
Cumpleaños.
Ooh,
So good enough.
That's
and again,
Got rolled as our.
super berry jammy on the nose. Definitely you can smell some Brett Funk in there, but absolutely amazing beer. Once
this
again,
is made with Rowley's house culture, and dude,
I want to put this on toast.
yeah, I know.
it's the-
How do we need to turn this into gelatin and get it spreadable?
Pectin. She's more pectin.
Again, I mean,
There we go.
people can accuse us of being like a Rowley hype machine.
Looking at you, Ed. Looking at you.
Yeah,
This-
you guys are fucking
this-
I'm
fanboys.
accused, guilty, and serving a sentence, dude, and I'm enjoying it.
How can you drink this and just like I said, this dude sold his soul.
He told us that on the podcast.
Yeah, I accused him. He owned up to it. Beer's
Seriously,
delicious.
my wife would be so pissed off at me right now if she had a chance to taste this. That the fact that she's not getting a chance to taste this. This is super good.
Good
It's
thing she listens to
incredibly
this podcast,
clean.
I was just going to say the same thing. And then we're probably lucky she doesn't listen to this
Yeah.
podcast.
It's incredibly clean.
Yeah, it's
nuts.
real good.
And the other thing is,
It just smells like berries and
It's very champagne-y.
But
yeah,
how
it feels active, but it doesn't get in your nose.
Right.
John,
It's
I
not
love you.
How do you-
super,
how do you make a funky beer that's not funky?
Yeah, exactly.
You guys know what I'm saying?
yeah, it's not attacking your nose.
Yeah.
It doesn't sit on your mouth.
I mean,
It's
the funk is there,
I was-
but
well,
it's
I was gonna
but
say-
it's not. It's
The funk you like is there. Like
It's
when you bury your nose in this Tiku, man, I mean, you just get, you get, like you said, you get jam, you get berries, but you get that funk, and it's just like, yes, take me there. I want to go.
But look at the foam on it. It's such a tight,
I know.
air bubbled like.
I doubt that,
Lacing on it's
consistency.
crazy.
I doubt that drinking this every day I could ever get tired of it, and it's something that I wish I could prove to myself.
I know,
John,
right?
John, send me 365 bottles. of
Well, it's
this.
weird because it tastes like what you remember the beer to taste like.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It's not sitting. It's not
No
punching
matter-
you in the face. It's
No matter how long we do this show, I'll always ask John Rowley to sell me bottles and bring them back when he comes and sees his parents in Tucson. I'll be like, hey, please.
Yeah.
I'm friends for life, friends for life.
He's trying to distribute here.
So Nate mentioned earlier we are drinking out of some Tiku glasses.
Yeah.
Tiku?
Teku, whatever.
Teku, whatever.
A couple of these are from Maine breweries. One of them's from Helton, and the other one's from Brewdog.
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 That probably came from one of their Shepherd's Bush location.
Chicago's Town, the Wilderness actually released a new one here recently.
They
right?
did. They released the one for their logo with the Wilder Pills, I believe. It's basically, it's kind of got that digital mountain on the side and that same Wilder Pills font for AC Wilderness. And Ed didn't think it was much of a looker. I showed up. Ed, I don't mean to talk for you.
no. I mean, they released those Wilder Pills shirts, and you've seen the art on the Wilder Pills cans. Like, I don't understand why they didn't do that on the Tiku. because it kind of mimics that old
I love
ugly
those.
Arizona license plate with like the
Yeah.
purple in
Right.
it.
Right.
But yeah, it's just a teal mountain range. And I think it's kind of noisy for being so plain.
Yeah.
I have not seen them. Missed that.
I'll grab it for us here in a few.
Oh, okay. Nice. You know what glass I have seen and I really want to get?
The one for Juicy Brews.
That's the one. I know Nate was like,
I know. I was like, man, we're not buying tickets to this, and we're hopefully going to get in on some media passes and do some recording while we're there. I'm looking at Ed like, hey, just so you know, this is news for you. But I'm really hoping they're going to give us some glasses, or at least let us buy some.
Lots of
Right.
ifs and buts in that statement.
Yeah.
wishes
Candies
were
and
fishes
nuts.
and glasses were in my pockets, but whatever.
What?
Yeah.
Anyway. Oh, that made me think of Die Hard 3. Doesn't he say that? If sands and butts were candies and nuts. I'm pretty sure that was from Die Hard 3. Anyway, that's fine.
Yep.
Juicy Brews, Tucson,
Good.
March 10th. If you don't have your tickets, this show is going to come out 3 days before it. It's sold out, and you've totally fucked up.
Dude, I would
totally
like.
fucked up.
I want to talk to you guys about this. I actually would like to do some kind of maybe live video, Instagram kind of thing. As we're actually interviewing people from there.
Oh,
That
dude,
happens.
I've got just the setup. I finally bought a mounting point for a pound.
Pound.
Yeah, a mount for a cell phone. So we'll have to do something like that.
That'd be awesome.
Yep.
Very cool.
So you buy a selfie stick.
Yeah, basically. It's a super nice one though.
It's
But
still a
it
selfie
mounts. It mounts
Yeah,
somewhere.
and I don't have to hold it. We're gonna repost those stories on our Instagram for the Juicy Brews, Teku, and the festival in general. So
Right.
go check that out. Go check out at Hop Culture Mag on Instagram, Facebook, because you need to get your tickets for that show.
And that's
Well,
limited ticket, right?
Oh,
That's
dude,
Extremely.
600?
I believe the first session sold. And they're doing two sessions.
Right. So it's 600 people, 600 tickets. There's 2 sessions, morning and afternoon, 300 each. That's it. And so that's insane how small that's going to be. People are going to be there, right? The 14 breweries.
I hope people are going to be there.
Well, the people that are going to be there that are actually serving the beer to the people are also there. Wilderness, Borderlands, Celador. I'm not sure who that is.
Nope.
Cerebral, which I love their shit. I haven't had their beer, but I love all their graphics and their images and stuff. Crooked Tooth, Dark Sky, Harbottle, Hilo Basin, Helton, Lacumbre, Mumford, Odd 13, Pueblo Vita, Superstition Meadery, The Shop, and Wren House. So talk about a juicy brew fucking
I was
lineup.
blacked out there for a second.
Shit. That's a pretty big MVP list of juicy brews in my opinion.
And are we doing anything special there? Is there something going on that we haven't done yet that's happening there? Is anything special
Stayed
going
sober?
on that we're doing there?
Ooh. How about staying sober?
Yeah, I don't know if we're doing anything special, but I guess we are doing something special. We're going to try and be interviewing many brewers while we're there. We're supposed to have a little side room, or at least just our mobile setup with us at the very least, and we're going to be seeing everybody we can. So that's it. That's at least, and hopefully we'll be the only ones there doing that.
We'll be there. We'll have some people.
Exclusive.
Dun, dun, dun. Who knows? It'll be cool. I'm pretty excited about it. It's supposed to be inside of Wayne's Toys, which when I saw that, I thought that was actually like a maybe vintage toy shop. But then I realized it was actually antique cars, I think. So,
Antique car, and a very highly rated antique car museum.
I'm pretty excited about
lots
that.
of drunk people around antique cars who's got a bad idea.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
But, we'll see what Wayne says.
Yep. It should be exciting. It's a small little venue. It's some really tasty beers, and it's being put on by a really cool couple of guys. And for them to be doing that glass, that limited edition glass along with it, it's just it's kind of a neat traveling. I'm gonna say, but it's like I said, it's a traveling beer festival. It's all over the United States now, but it's just kind of cool for them to be bringing that kind of neat thing that is being recreated in California every weekend and kind of bringing it to all these different locations across the U.S. So it's exciting.
Excited. So I actually forgot to kind of describe kind of the class, what it looked like. Weird, it's a podcast. People actually can't see the shit we see. So it actually has, from this side angle, it's got actually a little yellow logo with a hop on it, and then it actually, I believe it's a wiener dog that goes all the way around the whole glass, and there's actually flowers and other things kind of around it. I played the video, but we don't want to hear that right now.
So yeah, it's
Juicy
exciting.
Brews.
We'll be reposting that to you a bunch because we want one.
Yeah. For fucking sure.
Again, that's in Tucson on March 10th.
So what else we got, guys? What else is going on? Well, do we want to get into more beer? How we in the beer situation right now?
I'm still swimming in
We're
this.
still swimming in
this guy?
this. We're still, I know. I'm just taking a nice, deep, relaxing
it's hard
breath
to-
of this Rowley beer. It's hard to rip through this, dude. It's hard to want to rip through this.
I can't do it.
It's every time we have this, I never want it to end.
Just chug this beer.
And the thing of it is, you could
my
drink
birthday.
you could drink multiples of these. Where you
it's
get
so-
a lot of these, and
Oh,
you're
it's
like,
so crushing and satisfying.
like a lot of these. When you think of a jam flavor, you
Yeah.
immediately think, "Oh, I'm going to have a taster, or I'm going to have a half pour.
It's gonna be sweet.
And this is the only thing I can drink. This you could
It's so clean.
you could kill a 4-pack of this.
Yeah, it's so clean. It's just by the time it gets done with the flavor, it just your palate's ready to go, man.
Well, it's funny because it has kind of, like I said, that champagne-y kind of taste to it, but it doesn't have the carbonation that would normally have, where it'd make you kind of feel a little bloated. So you, like I said, you could drink a lot of this and not get that kind of, bubble guts or burp going on in your stomach there. So, yeah, no, I dig it.
Yeah, it's I'm actually posting it on Instagram right now, so John knows we're drinking it. Because thank you, John. You're the fucking shit, man. We love you.
That's really nice.
And we love your beer. You'll notice none of his society glasses are on the table because I don't use it anymore. I don't want it to ever get broken.
By like people that walk into your brewery and then
Yeah, it took Ed. That's right, guys. It took Ed less than 5 minutes to break a glass before he's in my garage brewery.
First of all, there's glasses fucking everywhere. Yeah,
that's true.
This is not child safe.
Nope.
And
Children hang out here occasionally, though.
I was extremely excited to find the
Whose
Hoppy
kids?
Craftsmen
Mine.
cave.
Oh, I don't know.
She's
Yeah, we
I found the man cave.
Welcome to our underground lair.
Layer.
air quotes.
yeah. Thanks, Chuck. Thanks, Chris.
Yeah.
Radio.
Radio.
Radio quotes.
Yeah. Honestly, I can go on about this beer forever, but I don't need to.
So what's the plan? We've talked about it. We are going to plan a trip to freaking go out to Raleigh this summer.
We have to.
Yeah, it's gonna happen this year, and it's gonna happen ASAP. As soon as it gets hot here, we're gone.
Yeah.
As soon as it's hot here, we're gonna go there and hang out with him. Because, dude, I just can't wait. I just can't wait to see what that guy's got in every barrel in his brewery.
So I have a question. Are you
Shoot.
guys going to survive the road trip to Santa Fe?
I don't
Chris
know.
wants
Because
to fly.
I've heard the stories.
That's what I said. What I want to do is I'm just going to fly there and let these jackholes freaking drive there, and I drive right back with them. Figure I survive one 12-hour trip. I don't think I survive two.
I'll buy you guys all the corn nuts you can eat.
But our road trip to California was so much fun. Getting there was literally half the fun.
I mean, it's true, I guess. I would have missed out on all the hijinks to California.
Nate rolled his eyes at me because I said corn nuts.
Hey, you know what? Some corn nuts are just fine.
All I know is before we do road trip to Santa Fe, someone needs to get a badge.
Yeah. It's that way we can show it to any unsuspecting drivers to get out of our way. So yeah, no, we need to get out there. It's just gonna happen. It just has to happen. And multiple nights, frankly.
Ed, you've been to Santa Fe. Are there multiple breweries in Santa Fe? Or is it just Raleigh, pretty much?
No, there's a couple in Santa Fe. Raleigh was kind of like a second choice when we went. Where I think it was the one we were looking for was 2nd Street.
Okay.
I think that brewery was there, and we just went by the Yelp or Google rating or whatever, and then we're like, oh, look, here's this little farmhouse. Let's go there. And holy crap, it was the right decision.
Nice.
But Albuquerque's the big one. I mean, that seems to be where all the breweries are.
Yeah, they've got La Cumbre out there. Am I right about that?
Yeah, La Cumbra's in Albuquerque. There's Dialogue. There's
What's that one with the parrot? Oh shit! I know I should. That's like the worst thing to say. It's got like a bird as their main. I know that's the worst fucking. What's the one with the bird? It's got like a bird on the side of the building. What one's that?
Put a bird on it.
Yeah. So anyway,
Don't know.
it's like Marble Brewing or something like that.
Yeah, I think Marble's in Santa Fe. Yeah, it's like a Aztec.
Yeah.
Indian
Is there a bird on there?
style
Fucking nailed
stone
that.
bird.
Yeah. Look at that shit. Hell yeah.
Where?
Anyway, you have a computer in front of you. So yeah, the beer is hopping in Santa Fe.
I'm in.
You know what the name of this episode is? Dead Air.
For the DJ.
That's the name of this episode.
I'm looking at Marble Brewing because I have a computer in front of me. Fuck yourself.
Well, next time make it so there's something interesting for the listener. You know, put some nice clicky sounds on the microphone so people can hear that's
Guys,
what's happening.
I'm almost in. I'm gonna hack in real quick. Give me 5 more seconds.
Oh yeah, I've told you guys that I've been unfollowing every single person on our Instagram that has more photo. I look at the last 10 photos, and if in the last 10 photos I see more face than beer, you're done.
What if it's like multiple photos and you just have to slide right and then there's beer?
No, I look at your last 10 photos. That's it.
So did you
The last
unfollow
4
me?
lines. Honestly, I have followed about 20 to 30 people on our Hoppy Craftsmen Instagram because it was just boobs and cans. It was getting so annoying to work my way through.
Aren't those the same things?
Good point. It's a good point. But it's like, hey, they're like, I can fit a 16-ounce can between my boobs. I think I'll take a photo of this.
This is weird. Look at this.
Yeah. So
Yep,
anyway,
it's true.
yeah, that's a random note. I was just on our Instagram and I saw.
Is that what you've been doing
Let
for the last
alone-
10 minutes? You've been unfollowing people?
It's
Yeah, a little bit.
All right. Ed actually has some breaking news.
Yeah. Ed decided he was going to come on the show and he was going to actually contribute.
That's weird. Thank you, Ed.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for showing up.
Breaking news from
Just drinking all our beer.
February 9th.
Hey, Ed. It's not my words. It's yours.
This is a podcast, Ed. All right, we don't. News is old sometimes.
All right, here, breaking news. It's official. Mayor of Flagstaff has dedicated February as Craft Beer Month as Arizona Governor Doug Ducey proclaimed Flagstaff as leading craft beer city.
the deuce. That may have clipped.
For you listening on
I'm sorry. What are you guys saying?
for headphones,
I can't hear anybody still.
enjoy your new eardrums.
What month is now beer month in February? And excuse me, in
What beer?
what beer month?
What beer month is in February?
What beer month is now beer month in Flagstaff?
Beer month, beer month, beer month, beer month. Is this like John Malkovich? John Malkovich, John
Ah.
Malkovich, John Malkovich.
Someone's got-
What month is it? God,
Do you have to
Damn
read
it.
this again? I read it so well. The
just
first
say
time.
the month.
February. You said it.
Oh, okay.
You did say what February's month.
What month
It's
is
because
February?
it's because my brain remembered, but my self-conscious didn't remember. So
Maybe I pronounced
Yeah,
it wrong.
that seems legit.
I did kind of say February when it's February.
I know that really. fucked me
February.
up.
This guy. He's going to say librarian versus librarian.
We have
Yes,
a new.
Flagstaff, leading craft beer city.
Why is it leading? Doesn't it have less, or maybe it has more per square inch? Or
Yeah, that's a city planners plan stuff out. Square
that's a
inch.
saying, right? Per square inch or per capita?
Yeah, when you're measuring buildings in downtown metropolitan areas,
Concentration of breweries per square inch in this town.
they're killing it. That's all I'm going to say. They got way more breweries per square inch.
Come on, guys. It's just a joke. I'm just here to make everybody smile.
Well,
if you're in your car somewhere and you smiled, win.
Yeah,
I win.
Do you want me to read the
You
official
lose.
proclamation?
Only if you don't read it as poorly as you did before.
Okay, sorry. City of Flagstaff, I already fucked it up.
Oh, man.
Proclamation, I'll start
What
from
a
there.
train wreck.
Craft Beer Month, whereas Arizona Beer Week is celebrated annually around the state in breweries, restaurants, and liquor stores.
So
And
they get a month.
yes, whereas Flagstaff Grand Canyon region is the craft beer hub of the Southwest, and whereas
What?
Flagstaff is the home of 8 craft breweries, and whereas these breweries provide jobs and contribute to the economy throughout Flagstaff, and whereas Flagstaff
They didn't
craft-
say whereas that
Yes,
many
it
times.
says whereas, and it's fucking.
Oh my God.
No, really?
Yes, it's bold. Even it's bigger font also. So
bold even. Okay.
they're
all right.
bold to use that
Last
font.
So it's got to be the capital thing,
Per capita?
square inch thing, the per capita thing.
whereas Flagstaff craft breweries are independently owned and committed to investing in the Flagstaff community.
What a
and
confusing. What?
Now, therefore, I, Coral Evans, mayor of the city of Flagstaff, Arizona, recognize the month of February as Craft Beer Month.
Oh, maybe just in a proclamation you have to use whereas as much as possible.
It's
Here
legalese.
I buy today, whereas say that Flagstaff is.
So forever ago, I saw a video and it was about this guy who talked about nitrogen bubbles, and underneath his name on the History Channel where it was self-proclaimed bubbleologist, which really isn't even a fucking title. So I mean, everybody can self-proclaim anything you want if you're the mayor of that city, right?
Bubbleologist.
So
I like that.
that's how it works. Well, good for them. I mean, it's part of Arizona, so we like fucking Flagstaff, but that seems really. I mean,
Well, 8 breweries. I mean, Flagstaff's not that big, but still.
it's a lot for Flagstaff.
Yeah, but
Name all
Tucson-
8.
is this a rapid round? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, it's the reverse rapid round.
You
We
don't
just
get the
named
rapid
first.
round anymore. You're an old.
We all know
You're old
you're-
news guest.
So we got Dark Sky, Mother Road,
Beaver Street.
Historic. Oh, so we're Lumberyard, Beaver Street. How many is that? 4?
I don't know. I stopped counting, Ed. I wasn't really.
Yeah,
I
it wasn't a real test.
Yeah, it wasn't really. You passed. All right, cool.
50%. Yes.
Do you want to be a millionaire?
What's bigger than
Who
moon?
wants to be a
Can I use a
millionaire?
lifeline? Jeff.
He's
Yeah, Jeff's gonna take you out back
Pass.
and beat the shit out of you.
he's still trying to take that beer in.
I have to put a million hashtags from this beer on my post.
This is Slumdog Millionaire. You get
insane
the
over
shit
there.
beat out of you in between each question.
This literally has like 20 people on this collab.
Yeah. Speaking of which, thank you, Jeff. Here.
I'm working on it.
Are you? Okay.
I'm working on hashtagging all these people.
Don't start the car unless you're gonna drive it down the street. What are you drinking? What are we drinking?
We are drinking a, pardon my French, fucking amazing collab between literally like a billion brewers.
Before you continue, a special thank you to SD Beer Talk, SD Beer Radio.
No, Beer
Talk.
SD Beer Talk Radio.
Yeah, San Diego
Radio.
Beer Talk.
San Diego Beer Talk Radio. Ed nailed it. Thank you.
Get that guy on the show.
That's it.
Oh wait, thanks, Ed.
Those guys take good care of us.
They're super nice. They're our brothers from California.
Our sister city in California.
Sister City. Our
San
brothers
Diego.
from our Californian mother.
Is that official? Because you know there are official sister cities, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, don't ruin it, Ed.
This
Go
is
ahead.
this
Jeff.
is unofficial sister city. I don't think they even accept us as our sister city. I can't even say sister. Sister city.
Yeah, talking is
Jesus.
hard.
Official sister.
What's the name of the beer, Ed?
So what we
Jeff,
got?
say
We
it.
got Power in Numbers, a triple India Pale Ale. I am digging this. We got some malt. We got hops out the wazoo.
Yeah, it smells incredibly dank.
It's got some dankness.
Puts the D in the dank.
And
Damn.
this is a collab. I don't know the full story behind this, so I'm sorry, but this is so many brewers on here. You got
And that was released for their 2-year anniversary.
yeah, this is Abnormal, Mickler, Bottle Logic, Casa Agria, Humble Sea, Cerebral, Aslan, Horace, Virgin Beer, Beechwood Brewing, Great Notion, Mason Aleworks, Weathered Souls, Fieldworks, Alvarado Street. I can't read this
And
tiny.
I just went cross-eyed.
And then there's Pure Brewing, and then another.
Field work.
I said Fieldworks.
Automatic.
That's the last one.
There we go.
Suffice to say, many breweries. How is it tasting?
That's
Let's get
really
some.
good.
Let's get some.
I actually did,
Amazing.
until you just told me that I didn't realize this is a triple.
This is a triple IPA.
It-
the booze on it.
it
What's
hides the booze wells.
What's the ABV on it, Jeff?
ABV would be 11.5.
Wow. And the
Right.
the iBooze.
50.
Wow.
Nelson
It is
Mosaic.
sweet. It is a little more sweet.
Nelson Mosaic and Enigma.
It's that enigma. It's making it all super dang, dude.
It's weird.
Enigma.
The can is actually it's all silver, and then it has a little
It's all
fish
silver.
there.
It's got a big giant fish getting ready to eat a little tiny fish.
Little baby fish.
And all the logos of the breweries are actually in boxes
It's in the big fish. They're eating the little fish. Shouldn't it be the little fish eating the big fish?
That'd be great.
Because all these people are owning the big fish right now, in my personal opinion. Thank you.
I think Coors. I think Anheuser-Busch made $11 million last year, or $11 billion last year.
Yeah, but they're decreasing in sales. So
Actually, I think it went up.
not for big beer
Really?
this last year. Yeah,
Well, they're taking a big enough chunk out of craft beer.
right.
They're
That's
trying
huge
to
too.
get it back.
Right. Very
Go
true.
big beer. Good
So,
luck.
actually, speaking of that, there is Constellation brand, right? So Constellation is the brand that owns Modelo and Corona and Ballast Point, I believe, right, as well. They actually have something kind of going on right now. They were talking about they're basically going to build a brewery in Mexico, and they actually get a pipeline, basically water straight to their brewery, which is actually going to fuck over a lot of people there. A lot of the farmers actually into Mexico. So there's actually a lot of protests going on because of it. And it's just really weird. It's this crazy story, but just, a big,
Yeah.
big corporation actually stealing water, basically going to take water. And then they're basically even saying that they're not going to be able to use all that water to actually even brew the beer. So it's kind of a fucked up situation.
Yeah, totally.
So
And this is Constellation, you said?
yeah, Constellation, which is they own Corona, Modelo, and then Ballast Point as well.
Right.
So, and then, the whole idea behind their store is that they're going to brew Mexican beers there. The rumors are that they might still brew actually Ballast Point beers there and some other stuff there as well. So rumors,
Yeah.
all rumors, but it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's always kind of disappointing when you see different breweries, when you see these places not go for the ethical side of brewing. Like we were joking with Chase from Wilderness the other day. It's semi-ethically sourced. Semi-ethically sourced. So
how do you semi-ethically source anything?
Exactly. You don't. That's the joke. Yeah, I'm just happen to be. Rowley was just saying he can't wait to listen to the show now.
Oh no, it's gonna be bad. Yeah. Sorry, John.
It was all bad except for when we talk about his beer.
And then when Ed gave us that good news, breaking news. The breaking news.
Yeah, the breaking news from early February.
Newsflash.
Which month, Nate?
February beer month.
Ooh,
They had to one up everybody. They're like, oh, you get a week. We're doing a month. Enjoy it.
See, this is just a racist podcast today. Because now we're stealing Black History Month.
Oh, we don't celebrate that in Arizona anyway.
No, we don't celebrate Martin Luther King Day in Arizona.
Oh, that's right. My bad. Sorry. I didn't
Civil
say we were
rights
right
day.
not to. I just said we don't.
There's so much editing I have to do.
Yeah,
for
there's
this
got to be.
podcast.
But we're not, it's...
Well, I'm sorry. There's so much editing that Nate has to do for this podcast.
I'm not doing this one. Oh, yeah, I'm doing this one. I'll do this one.
Yeah. Anyways, so kind of fucked up that they're actually stealing water from people. Actually, there's some talks of corruption. Basically, there's not enough water for the citizens of Mexicali that they're actually.
Yeah.
But somehow this huge brewery that's going to actually get a pipeline right to it had no problem doing it. So
Well, I feel like these practices are only going to happen for so long because these large breweries are only going to be able to survive for so much longer. People are so over it. People are done. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's still that population that wants to drink whatever cheap beer, but man, there's no way they can sustain, especially when they're doing things like that and they're not doing what they can to sustain the environment. It's just
right.
It's one of those things that people are kind of over it. At least they seem to be, and
most of the stuff like
they need to be.
I'm sure there's things where it's like, oh, it's because of X, Y, and Z or whatever, and it's always the things where it's not about the money. We're going to be doing we're going to brew Mexican beers and this and that. And it's like, well, if that was the case, then why wouldn't you just brew those in the United States and then ship them over? It's not about the money kind of thing, right? So
right.
Yeah, it's just really weird, and it's kind of sucks for the people in the area because they feel like they're getting really fucked over at this point. So kind of shitty.
Yeah, it's what do you think of that, Ed, when you hear that stuff?
Well, I mean, Mexico is known for corruption. So, I mean, how much of a battle can you fight?
Right.
I mean, everybody talks about how, oh, yeah, you talk with your wallet, but you need people in mass to do that. How many people you think it would take to stop drinking Corona to have a substantial effect on that beer?
Probably a lot.
Right. If you look at the statistics, Corona is on every taste test the worst rated beer as far as flavor, but yet it's probably the number 2, 3 seller worldwide.
I forget where I read the article the other day, but I guess they sued someone successfully for spreading a rumor that there was piss water or whatever. I mean, because for years it affected them. I mean, I wouldn't say it's not affecting them now, but yeah, I agree, man. It's crazy. So
That sucks.
I guess we really need to get a lot of people to stop drinking Corona.
A lot.
We can start.
Or Modelo.
We could start it, dude.
Or Ballast Point. So good luck.
Suddenly I want a Corona.
Yeah, I know. If anything, I
I'm
want
just
one
kidding.
now.
Yeah.
Actually, I think there's several over there, Jeff. Don't worry about it.
Beerita.
Do you got some limes?
I don't.
Gotta sterilize it.
But I've got an AZ Dreamsicle. We could maybe pour those together.
Maybe if you poured it through the rancid crack of your ass.
You bring that up a lot, Jeff. A lot of rancid cracks of asses. I think the last one we talked about was Luke's.
Illusion.
That was doing the luge, the beer luge.
No wonder.
Big difference.
No wonder he doesn't want to brew with us at home anymore.
No.
It's like, oh yeah,
You want dank?
yeah. So yeah,
Chris can't wait to talk about this. I've seen it on his computer
dude.
3 times since we started.
It's one of the first things I brought up. That's why you've seen it and opened the tabs up, jerk.
I can't wait.
It's never come back to the podcast. This is his last episode.
I can't wait.
Yeah,
I
he
can't
just
wait
needs
for
he
this
needs
one.
to talk a little more, give us a little more,
He came way underprepared for this.
Yeah, I'm sure
You
he
want
didn't think he
stories?
was
Hey,
actually-
I won tickets from Santan Brewery and the Arizona Coyotes.
That's right. You did. Tell us a little bit about that, buddy.
They were doing a contest, and I think by the time this comes out, it'll be over. But
Yeah.
posting the Yotes Pale Ale pictures, just tag the Yotes Pale Ale, and they picked winners, and I won.
It was a good photo. I liked it.
Noise.
It was after my hike for the Strong Beer Hangover. That was a great day.
Was it out at Superstition?
Yes, it was the
That was
hieroglyphic trail at Superstition, which
Yeah.
is a pretty nice hike. It's not too hard. And in the winter, there's kind of like a water pool out there. I wouldn't ever go in the
Yeah.
water because it's kind of stagnant, but there is hieroglyphics out there.
So you get worms in your eye.
And and how where are the seats at?
Pretty good seats.
Are
Section
they?
102,
Damn.
lower level. So I think they're the section right off the visitor bench.
Nobody other than you and I will care about that.
Sat so close he scared the players.
No clue where 102 is. I'm sure it's
It's not bad.
it's ringing 100 probably. I don't know.
It's right behind 101.
Oh, there we go. Nice.
It's on the Tim Hortons side.
But in
Tim
front,
Hortons isn't there anymore.
but in front,
And
of
I was just
103.
kidding. God damn it.
Nate, people come here.
Tim
for
Hortons
the
is gone?
information they need and the truth and fact.
I know. And they're like, sweet, Honey Gila River has a Tim Hortons now.
Yeah, and it's gone.
And it's gone. You're
Because
welcome.
it's because all the Canadian teams were doing good, so they're like, get that shit out of here.
No, it's because all the Canadian owners left.
Yeah, that's actually the real answer.
Is it because it started to warm up and they packed up their RVs and fifth wheels and got the fuck out?
Nah, the drama of that fucking team.
I like how Ed's going to answer this question legitimately.
Wait,
even though
there's
Jeff's-
drama associated with the team?
Oh yeah.
Welcome to Arizona Coyote Chat. All right, fuck this. All right, guys. So Stone Brewing recently announced that they actually are filing a lawsuit against Miller Coors.
Yes.
No, everybody will have missed this if
Why,
you lived
Chris?
under a rock.
Yeah, I mean, this is probably. I mean, come on.
I love the photo of. And you can continue before I say this little part.
No, go for it. Go for it.
I just love the photo of him holding the Stone can. The one still shot that everybody keeps posting of whatever his name is, Greg.
Greg.
It looks so silly, but he's got a point. I'd be mad, I guess.
Well, if you watch the video, he actually does that. He actually does that, you know, where he shows you the side of the Keystone can, right? So the whole idea is that Keystone over the last many years here have been like really infringing on kind of their idea. They literally have things that say what. God, I'm trying to think what there's different like graphics in the video when you watch it.
Yeah.
Where it basically says Stone, just a standalone word of Stone, and like sit behind your stone and blah blah, and you're like, ooh, that's not cool, man. So
They just come up with some sort of saying for yellow fizzy piss water or whatever like that.
Right,
like
but it's
like
Stone.
Stone has.
yeah.
Well, everything, it's like Stone. And everyone's like, oh, what's, I don't know what the big deal is. But if Stone put out like a fucking beer that was called like The Bud, people like AB
Oh, they'd
and
get a-
Bev would
they'd get a
lose
cease
their
and desist immediately.
fucking mind.
What was the brewery that did a beer called Dilly Dilly and they sent the amusing
Yeah.
cease and desist? Guess what? If you had kept selling that beer, you would have gotten the much less amusing cease and
Yeah,
desist just
exactly.
after that.
Exactly. It's all fun and games
Until
you're infringing on Big Beer's fucking trademark.
Yeah, that's what it says. Hunt the Stone, and it literally just says Stone on the side of the can.
What happened to Keith Stone?
And then, there's like all this other
Yeah.
Stone, Sweet Stone next to a Keystone can.
What did happen to Keystone?
I'm Keith Stone.
Keystone.
You're like, yeah, dude, it's kind of ridiculous. And I love that he and in the video he actually takes he laughs about having me like, it'd be really funny if I just like take a drink out of this and then did like the obligatory spit of the beer. He's like, I'm not gonna do that though. And then like 2 seconds later he does it. So you're like, nice. He's like, oh, it's great, slow-mo. Love it.
Here's the other dumb part about that. It was like immediately people jumped on Stone or like, oh, look at the production value and this is for marketing and this is for the. Well, of course it is. Are you going to put out a fucking
You're Stone.
like a found footage style like iPhone video?
Found footage.
Yeah, exactly. Like a shaky cam thing of like, oh, here's my opinion on Stone, but it's not valid because it looks like I'm in a fucking toilet.
Hey guys, I'm gonna sit in my bed at 2 a.m. and record myself in the dark with my nightlight on.
Yeah, and
it's
then
not gonna
people would be bitching like, "Oh, look, he just did that."
he couldn't take the time to actually make a real video.
Yeah, exactly.
So people like to fucking complain about it.
And then the other part of that, as far as trademark, I'm not a trademark lawyer, but you are required to defend
Right.
your trademark. So you have to go out. To the degree of what you go after something is up to you. But if you don't defend it, then you could lose your trademark.
Yep. So that's the whole idea is that even if they don't go like pursue an actually legal course, if they actually send a cease and desist to them, they literally that's defending their trademark, right? So if they didn't do that, they have the possibility that they actually could lose their trademark in general. So they have to do it no matter what.
If Dogfish Head can successfully deliver a C&D to a beer called Hogfish,
Right.
then by all accounts, Stone should be able to shut this down.
Yeah.
And again, my whole thing is if the shoe was on the other foot, like, you whatever, any of Miller's shitty brands, if they did anything that was like a play on words for that, they would come crashing down on Stone like a ton of bricks.
Yep.
So good on Stone, man. I'm glad to see, which, in the grand scheme of craft, Stone isn't really the little guy, but in the AB, InBev, Miller, Coors pantheon, they are the little guy. Right. So good on them. Good on Greg Cook to be like, no, fuck you guys. You can't do that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
They missed an opportunity though to send like some guy dressed like Moses with the fucking 10 Commandments cease and desist.
Send the gargoyle, man.
Yeah, there you go.
Send the gargoyle with the C&D on Stone tablets.
That's hilarious.
Hey Stone, if you need a marketing guy, I'm available.
We know a guy. His name's Jeff.
Hey, Ed, why don't you reach into that super sweet can fridge there and hand me one of the 2 beers from Bergeron. Second shelf there behind your oranges can. That green one just to the left of it. Perfect. Another one from our SD Beer Talk friends.
Yes, let's crack that guy open. Yes, like there's just some weird things. Like they have Key, and the base of the big thing is that Key is separated from the Stone. And that's one of the biggest things. They want Keystone to be back together in one word, right? It's really weird. You look at the can, it literally just says Stone on the side, and that's really, really confusing if you're just a normal consumer. You don't really know.
Oh, yeah,
somebody's
absolutely.
like, oh, that Stone beer is amazing, and they don't know they're not talking about fucking Keystone.
But then the other defense of that too was like, oh, people have always referred to Keystone as Stone. I have never in my life heard anybody call Keystone Stone.
Yeah.
Right. No. Well, it's rebranding, right? They came out before Stone, but they just rebranded and actually says Stone now. It's always been Keystone, but now it's like Keystones have been separated from it in different level. And it's like it's just kind of bullshit. I don't know. Like Jeff said, if the shoe was on their foot in this case, it would be going to be a totally different story. So whatevs.
Some extra chunkies there for you, Chris.
Thanks, sir. Love the bottom
pour, yo,
with flavor crystals.
It's like Nate loves me or something.
That smells weird to me. I'm not gonna lie.
It
smells odd. Here you go.
This beer is called Murky Minds Drink Alike. It's a New England style IPA with Mosaic and Eldorado hops. 7.5. Doesn't say that I'd be used down here anywhere. Search around. Collab between Wild Barrel and Bergeron Brewing Company or Beer Company. I would say brewing. I would say Bergeron Brewing Company for some odd reason.
Is it Bergen?
Bergen
Beer Company. But I say brewing after it for some reason.
There you go.
Bergeron's the guy on American's Funny Home Videos.
I like that. Tom Bergeron.
Tom Bergeron.
No, wait, that was the
Bergen.
guy. He wasn't even in. He was in. Shit, I can never.
If you're thinking about Tom Bergeron, I'm gonna punch you.
Ooh. Needs to get punched.
Yeah,
right.
I was, dude. I was thinking about that
Major League.
Yeah, I was thinking about that I was thinking about that Leonardo DiCaprio movie, the Dream movie, like one of my favorite movies. I can't think of the name
Inception?
of. Inception. I always want to say Interstellar.
I love that one too.
Oh, dude, I love it.
Inception, Interstellar. What's the difference?
Yeah.
Both my favorite
Independence
movies.
Day. Just naming movies that start with I.
All right.
Crazy.
So what does Tom Berenger and Inception have to do with each other?
Bergeron.
We
All right,
were
so
talking about Tom Bergeron.
Guys, Murky, what do you guys think so far? New and South PA.
I thought
How's
it smelled
look?
like piss.
What does it smell like? Yeah, to you guys.
It smells like pee, and a little bit of apple juice.
Smells
like apple juice pee.
Smells
I get apples off.
Smells
of this. I don't know
like
about pee.
super resinous hops.
Yeah, I don't get pee.
Nate knows what I'm talking about.
I think Nate has to pee.
It's like coming out of the earbud.
I think it smells like cat piss.
Well, it could be the. Well, no, that's Mosaic. No, I don't know.
I think it'd be the Eldorado.
Yeah, I'm saying usually some older hop.
I think it tastes bad.
I'm drinking the wrong beer.
I think it tastes.
Oh, that's weird
I
tasting.
think it tastes.
Yeah, it has like a
really
earthy
bad.
dirt.
Actually has a very lager taste to it.
Something may have happened to this beer.
Okay, I was actually smelling Bighorn Triple IPA.
There we go.
Yeah.
So that smells resinous and hoppy.
Does
but
that smell like cat piss?
yes, it does.
Thank you. But no.
Apple. I get the apple with you.
I got the apple. I said apple. I said it's like if I drank a bunch of apple juice and then I went pee. Oops.
I don't think
Nate has like 3 beers in front of him.
I don't think
I finished.
That tastes like unfermented wort.
I don't think that apple juice is like asparagus. Is when you drink it, it makes your pee smell. Like I don't think it's the same
Ooh, that
situation.
smells bad.
This tastes like unfermented wort.
Yeah, it does.
Straight
It
up.
just does not taste good. And I hate to say that because our buddies sent that to us, but they didn't brew this beer, so I'd like to think they're not going to be upset about that.
Yeah, but when you get
That
one
fucking
can,
doesn't
how
taste
do you
good,
know
though.
you don't have a bad can? That's the
I
tough
could have
part.
a bad can.
Yeah, it's bad cans.
But it's like-
it does smell weird.
No, this tastes like it has 0 alcohol.
Well, it has 7.5%.
I don't really want to.
It tastes a little flat too.
Yeah,
It's okay. We don't have to finish.
not a big
that
fan of that one. Metallic taste to it.
Can I have that silver thing?
Let's
behind you?
grab another one there.
Yeah.
Ed, turn around and grab a different beer.
There's
in
a
there.
one in there called "Can't Stop Juicing." Ed, grab that.
I think you need it like a wheel of beer in here.
That'd be
We could
great.
spin the wheel.
You might actually. Oh yeah, that'd be great.
Spin the wheel of styles.
How about like the carousel of CDs back in the day?
Wow,
So
Nate.
right behind that
Nate
orange one, there's another one.
Literally just drain poured that.
I'm doing the same. I can't finish.
Life's too fucking short. That's the one, buddy. Life's too short, and like I said, those guys at SD Beer Talk, they'd understand. They're not. Life's too short to drink bad beer, even if it was my beer. You know what I mean? Even if you brewed it, life's too short to drink it.
Well, and to be fair, we don't know what about that can, right? So I mean, it could have been a bad can, or it could have been a little older, so maybe they got some oxygen into it or something. But it definitely had an apple smell to it. It definitely had a weird,
but that's the thing.
lager taste to it.
And per the date, this can's fresh. Just so
Okay.
for all our friends listening, that SD Beer Talk sent us fresh can. So I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, maybe we're just weird.
Maybe it's just not our style. Shit happens.
But we've had stuff here local where one out of a 4-pack.
And no matter what, we're also sitting here drinking super fresh hops from Puebla Vita, from Arizona Wilderness. These are cans that were canned the last week or two. It's different.
Yeah, we won't talk about the hops dying in Nate's fridge right now.
There's nothing dead in there. Actually, don't reach to the bottom of them. Don't go to the. Yeah, don't go in there. This is bad
Who
shit.
wants to go on an adventure and see what
Dude, you
cans
would.
has
You'd be so mad at me.
Nate
You'd be like,
dying in here?
You'd be like, never fucking tell me I'm wasting beer again. Okay, so anyway, here we go. Let's get this one going. This one does not smell like cat piss.
Time out.
Didn't
Is
get
that
that.
a Grabthar's hammer in there? Do we want to talk about dying hops? Look at this.
Get it. Let's see if
you
it's still
can't
good.
look.
Get it out of there. Let's see if it's still good. How old is it? What's the date on the bottom?
There's no date on the bottom.
Oh, that can't be good. Here, give it to me.
I'm looking for a date.
A glass for Jeffrey here.
Do not see a date. I see some crust on the top of this.
I see some crust.
Don't worry about that.
Don't worry about that, little guy. Here,
I mean,
here, drink that. Let me say, grab there.
who drink?
We just ran into Landon at Crooked Tooth in Puebla Vita a couple weeks ago. I'm pretty sure he'd be super bummed to know I still had one of these.
Yeah, I'm not how you. I drank those like insanely fast. Let's open it. Let's see how good. Let's put a test of time.
Honestly, dude, I mean, who's not interested?
I'm interested.
Who's not
Here, pour it in that glass. Oh gosh, losing things.
You will save.
I mean, the last time we opened this,
Do it.
the last time we
Pour it in
opened
there.
this,
It's fine.
the last time we opened this, oh yeah, it's definitely changed in color. This was juice the last time I opened this. This was juice. It's definitely malt. The color has changed drastically. I like how we went from figuring out doing tastings on new brews to Ed being a little annoyed with me for having super old brews, and now we're drinking it to see if it still tastes
No,
good.
good call.
Well, you are usually first to call people out on, look at all
Super
those dying
old
hops sitting in
IPAs.
there.
Yeah, I know. But
Hypocrite.
sometimes things are so good that I almost get suckered into wasting a can.
Nate is like my shop teacher. This is do as I say, not as I do kind of guy. Sometimes.
I'm still gonna check it in.
Ugh.
Check it, bro.
Check
We
it.
could, we
Check
could
before you
talk
wreck it.
about
It's
that
a unique-
fun Instagram
it's a unique beer.
photo
What's that one?
with the old ass 32 ounce cans of watermelon.
Dude, this is
Goza
still good.
and-
All right, so yeah, okay, so let's pretext into this kind of this conversation. So Ed actually sent us a photo a while ago of a Instagram post. I don't remember names, and I don't really want to go into that. But somebody sent their buddy an Arizona care package.
It was a beer trade.
It was a beer trade. It was actually a trade.
Yeah, it was actually a trade.
Jeez. And it was some of the stuff in there was like, you just, from looking at it, was like, damn, that's old stuff, man. And those people like they're really excited about it. And you look at it and you're like, I mean, there was what wasn't there?
It was watermelon goza, the last 30. Well, I don't even know if it was the last
crowler.
Yeah, it was on a crowler.
These weren't just beers from Wilderness that last time they did it. These were beers from the last time they crowlered these beers by hand.
So what was the last crowler? Was it the first dirty hop water from Wilderness? Was that the last thing they put in a crowler?
Yeah.
I believe
it was.
so. So it was, I believe it was the watermelon goza.
There we go.
It was the grapefruit goza. It was the peanut brittle goza.
Yep.
And the chocolate bunny.
Yep.
All in 32 ounce.
You guarantee that chocolate bunny is still good.
Yeah, the chocolate bunny.
Chocolate bunny.
Chocolate.
I love the way
maybe.
the chocolate
Yeah.
bunny.
But I mean, a crowler itself is not. There's going to be oxygen in there no matter what, right?
I've got a can of
So-
their, I've got a can of their Berliner from like 6 months ago sitting in my fridge on the inside there. Not that one.
The other one, the other third fridge.
It's the fourth fridge.
Refrigerators do you have?
There's one of them. Well, there's
One of these
that-
has a body in it, doesn't it? Yes.
This one's actually completely empty with the freezer and the fridge are on. It's the most wasteful thing on earth right now. There's like 5 bottles in there.
But then the other cans were actually some newer cans too. But I mean, still looking the Rice Streams from Pueblo Vita was a little older.
Yeah. It's not cool to do that stuff. It's not cool to send. I mean, if we're just doing a little PSA on old beer and you're trading it away, it's not cool. It's also not cool to expect more than 1 can per can of beer you trade. Just so you know, it doesn't matter if you what it's trading at. You go can for can. I mean, there's these little things that people don't. They regularly break these rules, and you wonder to yourself why.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, all things. I mean,
Yeah, there's
no matter
probably
what,
some stuff
like all
at the
these
bottom
cans
right
up here, like the 60-ounce cans in this photo. I get it. I mean, I understand some of these aren't that old. I mean, the Rice Dreams is a little old from Pueblo Vita, but not that bad. But we talked about these crawlers, and that's insane. Like, right? That's like
There's a rice cream in there.
well, and that's fine. I mean, you know, I was saying like I get it, but these cans that they're like, we know that they're old. They're way old. They're not even like 90-day old. They're like freaking 12 months old.
Yeah.
If not
It's just-
longer.
it's
The other
just
thing
not
about
cool to
that
do.
is they're also summer releases. Those are May, June releases. That watermelon goza and that grapefruit, those were dead heat, 110 degrees in
and
Arizona.
Growlers. I mean, and they're sours, so maybe, but still, the peanut brittle one.
We would never call these people out, but if you're doing beer trades, don't try to get more than 1 for 1, and don't send people old shit.
Yeah, dude, that's
Two
not
douchey
cool.
things to do, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because then you're not going to get anything good back because the last thing you sent, people are going to be like,
But
well,
it's,
that
even,
wasn't any
it's,
good.
it's even more so.
Or even worse, you're just going to take advantage of some poor bastard who doesn't know any better. That guy was excited to get all that old beer.
Yeah.
He looked amped about it.
right?
You know what I mean?
Well-
It's like, dude, that's old as...
Well, the problem also is that you're going to get beers that you're basically you're sending beers to somebody in a different state that doesn't know anything about our freaking craft beer here, and now you're sending them a message that that's how our beer is, right? So they get these beers that are freaking crazy old.
Oh, yeah. Think about how annoying those brewers would be.
right. That's insane. So I digress.
And the other thing that was posted is like all those beers have been released like pretty close to when that picture was posted. Like,
Yeah.
what was a blood orange goza was just released.
Yeah. In cans, yeah.
The
Redone in
60-ounce
cans,
can
yeah.
ones. And these are
Yeah.
crawlers, dude.
It's funky.
Yeah, that's a bigger red flag. It was like, oh, look, here's all these cans in 16-ounce versions that have.
Yeah.
That goza's been released or the watermelon's been released twice since that 32-ounce crowler.
Right. So,
Yeah.
so here we go. A couple of things we just opened. We opened up at least an 8-month-old can of Grapthar's Hammer.
Which spurred the conversation.
the
That's
color-
kind of why we did it.
It's still good.
It is. I was just gonna say it's completely changed. It's different. It was orange juice coming out of the can. Now it's got a much more thicker malt backbone to it. It's much more golden instead of being yellow. It's
the aroma that's not. It's not as.
yeah, it's not there. But dude,
not-
it's man, is it still good?
Yeah, the profile's changed a lot, but yeah, it's still a quality beer. Same thing happened
You
with
could
the
can that up and ship it, and people would be happy to drink it, dude.
Yeah, that'd be good.
same
I like
thing
that.
happened, and that's from Borderlands in Tucson, and the sitting in a tin can. This kind of what sparked this whole save the hops thing is because Nate saw my sitting in a tin can that I held on to for probably too long. But that one was still
There's
good.
one of those in there.
But it's the quality of the canning. It's the quality of the brewery. Like Borderland stuff.
It is a
holds
disease,
up.
though.
Yeah, well, it's again. I think Matt probably from BR actually so kind of the best, right? Is that is that beer gonna be as good as that beer when it came out of when they first made it? No, but
Absolutely not, because Grapthars was insane. But
Right.
that's still good.
that's good. But
It's
judge the beer about when it comes out of the can. Like judge it at that point,
Yeah.
right? You can't judge it when
Yeah, you
when it's new.
can't post this on Untappd now. Like that's fucked up for you to post that on Untappd and be like, "Ooh, this one changed after 8 months."
Well,
I should fucking
Yeah,
hope
no
so.
shit. Especially when it came all the way probably
Yeah.
from what? Ground Control?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
No,
exactly.
not that one.
No, it came
This
from
one came
one
from
stop.
Yeah,
It came from one stop.
So this one probably held up, but like those sitting in a tin can, you had to go practically
Yes,
to
Ground Control for
California to get those ones.
Yeah. So in the other one we're drinking. Oh, go ahead, Chris.
No, say Jeff. What do you think? Yeah, no. You like this
Deep
one?
in thought.
I know you're like deep into checking those beers in.
I'm checking beers in. Were you talking about the Virgin or the Grapthars?
Grab theirs.
Grab that.
The Grapthars is, I mean, it's still dandy. I mean, yeah, it's a different profile, but this is still a damn fine beer.
I can't wait to talk to Landon about it. Actually, the guy who brewed that beer,
Right.
Because I think he'd be pretty interested to know that it's held up the way it has.
It's definitely not as hazy as it was.
No.
It was orange
first pour,
juice, dude.
Yeah, and
It
that's the thing. It's definitely not as crazy opaque as it was.
I was drinking those for breakfast when they first came out.
But the flavor it's not ridiculously different from when we had this 8 months ago.
No, it's not.
I mean,
yeah,
the-
it's probably.
the-
I think I would probably disagree a little bit. I think it's like
I think it's maltier.
That's
for
a
sure.
different beer.
It's maltier
and
for sure.
and that's where I was going. If you guys would let me fucking finish. I mean, again, it's the whole drinking freshies thing. Yes,
Yeah.
you can tell the hops are degraded, but this is still a really, really good fucking beer.
couldn't disagree with you.
Period.
No, couldn't disagree with you. I would end it there too. It's still a good beer, but it was made by. I mean, it had a great base, obviously. So it was just hopped to
It's
shit
better
when it first
than
came out.
it's better than you would expect
Exactly.
a New England IPA of this age. An 8-month-old amazing NE IPA. Yeah, it's held up well. It's held up much better than I thought it would.
Only Landon.
And the other thing is, there wasn't a lot of settlement. I mean, I know people talk about rolling cans and storing their cans upside down, and it's a little hazy and milky on the bottom there. But there's not
You
like,
should have shook that a little bit.
Yeah, a little something out of there.
but there's not like massive chunks.
Yeah, this isn't. There's not floaty central in my
Yeah,
beer here.
But
It's
still, there was
hazy
some
and looking
mass
good.
at the bottom of that can.
Yeah, there was some shit there. Okay, and
But you get stuff after like a month, and it's like,
Oh yeah, it's like flaky.
Yeah, you get
and
stuff in-
If you
and
open
it-
one of those
yeah.
Thunder
Yeah, look-
Canyons, if you open up one of those Thunder Canyons, it'll look like someone with dandruff just shook their head into
It
it.
looks like Stifler's Pale Ale.
So we got another beer here. Hand me
only
that
Jeff
can
can
there,
make a
Jeff.
Happy Days reference and an American Pie reference.
Yeah, that's true. He takes his quoting seriously. I've known this to be true.
This beer, Nate's about ready to get
This
into.
does not taste like cat piss, and it does not smell like cat piss.
This is fucking incredible.
This one is good, and this was very reminiscent of Only from Concentrate, Chris.
Yeah.
from Version.
Okay.
It really reminded me a lot of that. This is a double IPA from them called Can't Stop Juicing, and the can is awesome. It's got this dude squeezing the shit out of a hop on the front of it, and I always love the way Version does their cans because they list the hops and the malts right on the side. It's Nelson and Citra, and the malts are Pilsner, Maris Otter, Pale Wheat, and Flaked Oats, and that's always cool because they kind of list those in what was used most. So Pilsner, then Maris Otter.
Okay.
Then they finished up with Pale Wheat and Flaked Oats, and that's kind of cool as a home brewer. But it's this one doesn't suck. This one doesn't suck.
This one's
does not
not
suck.
super good.
But did you see how much little shit came?
Yeah, there
all the
was a lot
chunkies
of-
came out of there. Look the same way as that Grapthars, and this one's about 7 months newer.
Yeah, that's
So
Roll your cans, ladies and
Yeah,
roll your
right.
cans, I guess. Well, some people would argue with you, like big time.
well, it's sometimes it's good to get the little treat at the end there to try it out and see what it tastes like and
It's all
maybe change it a little
protein.
bit.
It's all good for you.
Definitely.
That's what she said.
Oh damn. Oh shit.
Wait, would you just pour?
That wasn't anything bad. That was a leftover from a previous 3 or 4 beers ago. I was just done with it.
Previous beer.
I know it. I know what it was, but I know you guys will be like, "What?" So it doesn't matter. What
I don't really
it
care.
was. It was the last little sip of it. It was all
It
gone.
was a Popo Vita.
I'm about ready to drink out of the spit jar.
Ooh, the spit jar is.
Hey, it's a collaboration. Right?
Stuff in it now. This has got the oxidized beer from my fridge in the beer line. This is it's got some good stuff in it. So yeah, just to get back to that Bergeron Beer Company, can't stop juicing double IPA version. Chris kept saying Bergeron.
I know. I'm the
He
worst.
fucked me.
I'm the worst. Sorry.
So anyway, it's good stuff. Thank you again to them for to SD Beer Talk and for Bergeron making a good beer. But that one's a delicious one. We'll get some photos of that on our Instagram.
I don't even know how we're gonna pay those guys back.
We get some good beer around here. I'm not too worried about it.
I'm gonna come raid your fridge before I head to Cali this weekend.
You can.
Do some. We need to get him some of that freaking. What's that crazy mosaic? Fucking. Yeah. What's.
Entropy.
Yeah. They need some of that.
That's the one.
It is. That beer is nuts good.
That
I will
beer
say
is
that.
so good.
That is like if you were to go in there and be like, Nate, can I have one of these? I'd be like, sure, just leave that one alone. Leave the Just Friends alone. Leave the
Comic-
toolbox
comic
alone.
collapse.
Yeah.
I think they have toolbox there.
Yeah, they might. So yeah.
Those guys are up to their
Here,
ass.
I
in
brought
toolbox.
you some toolbox from Arizona via.
I was referring
California.
to if you were to pull out of there and drink, but yeah, I guess if we're talking about to send to them.
Yeah, our friends.
Yeah, our friend.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You jackass. You personally.
If Edwin there was like, let me get some of these beers. You're like, okay, well, don't get that one, that one, or that one.
yeah.
But anything else you want, but not those.
Anyway,
Makes sense.
yeah, beer fridges are sweet. So what's up next, Chris? Or is that it? We're just gonna wrap it up here.
I think we should wrap it up, man.
Yeah, let's just wrap it up. We'll make a nice tight episode for everybody. Ed, thanks for coming out.
Hey, thanks
to my
for
humble
having me.
abode. And yeah, thank you, Jeff, for looking at your phone for the last 45 minutes.
No, thank you.
Really glad you showed up for this recording.
You did make him sit on a Home Depot bucket.
That's true.
With a cushion.
He's got a
He
cushion.
didn't even
It's
want
nice.
a cushion.
I'm pretty.
Ed.
Hey, just full disclosure. I'm pretty fucking comfortable.
His face says he's not lying.
I sat in that chair Chris is in, and I would take the bucket with the cushion over that any day.
I had an
Chris
extra
is
cushion
in a
too. I should have given it
torture
to you.
chair.
You fucker. All right, Ed, where can people read your craft beer shenanigans online?
Yeah, where do we go to read all that?
Well, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook at Barley Legible, and my writings on craftbrew.blog.
To find our stuff, check us out on @Hoppy Craftsmen on Instagram and Facebook. And Jeff, don't you have to tell us who some pretty rad people are?
Well, as Chris would put it, the raddest fucking people in the world.
I would say that.
That's the first time I ever done it.
And it would start with Ed's lovely wife, Cena.
Much lovelier than Ed.
One of our first and most generous Patreon supporters, followed by San Diego Beer Talk Radio, Mark Ballesteros, Javier Gonzalez, Phil Mitchell Wall.
Mitchell.
Boom. Thank you. You guys are our Patreon supporters. Every penny counts. We appreciate every cent you guys give us to make this show great.
If you want to support to our show, actually make this happen even more, podcasting is actually really oddly expensive. Go to patreon.com/Hoppy Craftsmen. We have a bunch of different tiers there. You can actually donate $1 up to $5,000 if you want and get crazy. We'll come have a good time with you. So
Unless you're the Gomez clan who,
we get it for
who are
free.
already at like $25,000-$30,000 worth of free top
Yeah.
tier.
they're getting an invoice.
I gave you guys some stickers. We're even, right?
No, thanks a lot again for being here, Ed. And that was another good episode, guys.
Cool.
Donate
So,
to Patreon. Nate needs a new refrigerator.
Yeah, I need a fourth one.
fifth one. Jesus.
Ed's always looking out.
Chris, where do people find us on social media?
Well, I covered that.
I think Nate said that.
Nate said that.
Did he?
But the only thing he did not mention was actually our website, which is hoppycraftsman.beer, which we're super excited about. There's actually some articles up on there, and then Nate's hopefully, and Nate and Jeff are actually do some home brewing kind of articles about what they're doing, what their shenanigans going on in their home brewing setup. So
Yeah.
should be pretty cool stuff. And then maybe one day Ed will actually write an article for us instead of some other blogs.
Yeah.
Cool. Thanks, guys. So
Exclusive.
thanks for
Thanks a lot,
listening,
guys.
And as always, drink local. I'm Chris.
I'm Nate.
I'm Jeff.
I'm Eddie.
Later.
Bye.